Hello, I'm Maria and welcome back to my Nook. I am going to do a book haul today because I have acquired some new books. Just this month I've bought 8 books alone. So that makes for a few books that I haven't shown you guys yet or talked about yet. It's also an interesting collection of books. Recently I bought a lot of fantasy books usually, but this time we've also got some romance and we've got a memoir, we've got some bookish items that are not actually books. So I'm really excited for this haul and I'm gonna jump right into it. The first book I want to talk about is one that I have already read and I've also already reviewed it, but I still want to include it, and that is Our Dark Duet by Victoria Schwab. The reason why I still want to include this book is because I originally read it as an ebook and now I finally have my physical copy, which I am so incredibly happy about. I had ordered this physical copy right after finishing This Savage Song, which is the first book in the duology, the Monsters of Faraday duology. But since I wanted this exact edition, it took, I think, 2.5 weeks to be delivered, and in that time I had borrowed the ebook from my library and read it that way. But I'm still really happy that I have the physical copy now. So yeah, I just wanted to include this book. I obviously can't tell you much about what's going on in this book because it is the second book and the finale in a duology. Next up, we've also got another book that I have already read, but it's the last book that I've already read on this pile, and that is Loath to Love You by Ellie Hazelwood. This is a collection of her 3 STEMinist novellas, Under One Roof, Stuck With You, and Below Zero, and there's also a bonus chapter in this book, which I am really excited about. Basically, these 3 novellas are about 3 friends. One of the friends has 1 novella each, and how they find love in the science field. I guess that's how you can sum it up. Originally, these 3 novellas were only published as ebooks and audiobooks, and I did listen to the audiobooks last year, but this year they were published as a collection in paperback, and obviously I got this book because I loved these novellas and I just thought owning them as paperbacks would give me the chance to go back to them when I need a comfort read or when I don't know what to read and just need something that I know I'll like and that'll be quick, you know, that sort of thing. And there's going to be a bonus chapter that I can read. So I'm really happy I own this book. And now we've got a book that is really, really fresh, and that is Happy Place by Emily Henry. I am so excited about this book. It's her newest release. I've already read 3 of her other books, and Beach Read was actually the book that got me back into reading last year, so it holds a very special place in my heart. I also really enjoyed People We Meet on Vacation and Book Lovers. There's just something about Emily Henry's writing that I click with. Just like I click with Ellie Hazelwood. I don't know how to explain it. And now she's published another book, Happy Place, and I'm really excited about it. I think it is about 2 people that were together but broke up, and they haven't told their friends yet that they broke up, but now they're going on a vacation with their friends. I think it's like an annual vacation thingy, but since they haven't told their friends yet that they broke up, they have to pretend that they're still together. I think that's what it's about. I haven't read the synopsis in months because the moment Emily Henry put out there that she's going to publish a new book, I read that synopsis and I pre-ordered this book and it came in the mail, and now I'm happy and I'm hopefully going to get to it soon. The only thing I don't like about this book is that for whatever reason, it's the export edition. I don't know what that is about. I specifically paid attention to ordering the edition from the same publisher that all my other Emily Henry books are from, so that they would have the same size and everything for my bookshelf, you know, that sort of thing. But now the export edition came in the mail, and it's like this much taller than all my other Emily Henry books, which kind of really bothers me, to be honest. But I don't know if I could change that by returning the book, because I don't know if the bookstore has any other edition, you know what I mean? I think I'll just live with it and it's gonna be fine, probably. Now we've got quite a special book, and it's special because first of all, it's a genre that I don't read that often, or almost not at all actually. That is a memoir. It's called Enchantment by Catherine May. I think it's a memoir. I looked it up and online it said that it's a memoir. Now this book is also special because, okay, first of all, I want to talk about how pretty this cover is. The golden spine, also the back. This book is just gorgeous. It's just gorgeous, really. It's also special because I was at the bookstore to pick up an order, and usually when I do that, I take a quick look around the bookstore to see if there's anything else that I want to take with me, obviously. And this book caught my eye because of its cover, and then I picked it up and read the back, and I looked up on the internet quickly what genre this book is, because the back doesn't really say much about that. But apparently it's a memoir, and then I took this book home with me. And that is something that has not happened in probably months. Taking a book home with me, knowing nothing about it, and it not being related to any topics that I like or that I know I like. Like, for example, I often take Sherlock Holmes related books home with me, even if I don't know anything about that book exactly, but I know it's about Sherlock Holmes, so I know I will like it because I like that topic. But with this book, I really know nothing about it except the cover looks gorgeous and what it says on the back. And that just hasn't happened in months. So that's quite special. I think I'm just going to read the back for you because I don't think I can summarize what it says. On the back it says, "I have lost some fundamental part of my knowing, some elemental human feeling. I need a better way to walk through this life. I want to be enchanted again." Feeling bone-tired, anxious and overwhelmed by the rolling news cycle and the pandemic age, Catherine May seeks to unravel the threads of a life wound too tightly. Could there be another way to live, one that feels more grounded in the places beneath our feet? Craving a different path, May explores the restorative properties of the natural world and begins to rekindle her sense of wonder. It is a journey that takes her from sacred wells to wild moors, from cradling seas to starfolds. She finds nourishment and a more hopeful relationship to the world around her. Enchantment is an invitation to each of us to experience life in all its sensual complexity and to find the beauty waiting for us there. And honestly, I think that sounds wonderful. It also says on the cover, reawakening wonder in an exhausted age. And I am just really interested in what this book is going to be like. It seems quite short, so yeah, I don't know. I'm just really interested in this book. And now, since I've already talked about Sherlock Holmes related things, guess what I picked up that same day at the bookstore as well? It's a Sherlock Holmes book. This one is one of the original stories by Arthur Conan Doyle, but in German. And it is a... what was it called on the internet? This publisher is basically publishing a series where they publish all the original Arthur Conan Doyle Sherlock Holmes stories, but in a way where there's, I think I can show it to you on the back. There's like pictures inside and maps inside, and I think there's a recipe inside this book and all that kind of stuff. And it's really beautifully designed. And look at this spine. I've still got the plastic foil on this book because I thought I'm not going to read it anytime soon, and it's got a protective cover on it, so why not keep it protected for a while longer, you know? Especially because it looks this gorgeous. This spine literally looks like it's a book from the 19th century, honestly. And I am just really looking forward to one day getting to flip through this book, because I hope that it's going to be gorgeous. I also saw online that there is nice, cute, pretty illustrations inside, and there are more books in this sort of series. Maybe if I like this book, I am going to get myself the others in that series too. Because honestly, having these spines together would probably be pretty cool. Now we're on to fantasy books, and I have bought 3 more books in a series that I have been reading recently, and that is the Ranger's Apprentice series. Now I can only hold up 2 books for you, and that is the 5th book in the Ranger's Apprentice series and the 6th book, The Sorcerer in the North and The Siege of Mekendar. I have also bought the 7th book, Erak's Ransom, but I may or may not have forgotten that book at my parents' place. But I really want to film this video today, and I didn't have time to pick the book up again from my parents' place. So that is very unfortunate. But just know that I have bought the 7th book as well. And yeah, I can't tell you what these books are about because I just finished book 4, but I am going to read book 7 first before I read book 5 and then book 6. I'm not going to read either of these synopses first because I've learned the hard way that that might spoil the events of the book that comes before that in the series. So yeah, I literally have no idea what these books are going to be about, but I am going to read them and I'm probably gonna enjoy them. I'm definitely looking forward to them. Now, another series, universe that I've been reading lately is the Grishaverse by Leigh Bardugo, and I have acquired 2 beautiful copies of books. One of which is Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. This is the 2nd book in the Six of Crows duology, And I don't know if I can tell you what this book is about because it's the sequel. I've also actually started reading this book 2 days ago and I'm enjoying it so far. I still obviously wanted to include it in this book haul because it is a new book and I really like this cover. I really like how the titles on both Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom are like metallic, reflective-ish. And then I've also bought King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo, which is the first book in another duology. I think it's called the King of Scars duology. I don't actually know. This duology is about a character that was introduced in Siege and Storm in the Shadow and Bone trilogy. I know that it's about that character. I just don't know if I can mention that. But I definitely know that I can mention how gorgeous this cover is. I am so happy that this cover does not have one of those ugly Netflix stickers. That's not a sticker, like it's printed on, but this one doesn't have that and I am so happy about that. I picked this up from the bookstore and my heart leapt inside my chest when I saw that it does not have one of those Netflix stickers. It's the small things sometimes, you know. Also, what I find really, really, really gorgeous about this book is how it kind of, especially the spine, looks a bit like tarnished gold. And the cover too kind of looks like tarnished gold. And I love that. I love it so much. The spine even feels like metal somehow. Like, I don't know how they did it. The Crooked Kingdom spine feels different. Maybe I'm imagining it, but somehow, like, the back of the book feels like paper. I mean, it doesn't feel like this paper, but it feels like, you know, the way a book feels, right? But the spine somehow feels like very smooth metal. Maybe it's my brain tricking me, but it does, and I love it so much. It's such a small detail, but I love it so much, so much. And I'm really looking forward to reading this book. And now last, but absolutely not least, we have 2 bookish items. And that is, first of all, a bookmark. And it is so gorgeous. This is so gorgeous, in my opinion. On the back, it's also got this hand. And then it's got this gold band thingy. I think you're supposed to like put this around a book. Hang on. You're basically supposed to like put the bookmark inside the book, right? And then like put the band around the book. Basically, I don't know about that, honestly, because I kind of feel like it might be bad for the book, especially if it's a thicker book. Like, this is a very thin book, you know, but if it's thicker, I don't know, I feel like it might damage the book, so I don't think I'm going to do that, but I can still just use it like this, you know what I mean? And it's gorgeous. I love it a lot. And then I've also got a little, I think it's a postcard that is just this violin with this starry background. And it reminds me of August Flynn, one of the main characters from the Monsters of Verity duology. And I love him so much. So I took this home with me and I know exactly where I'm going to put it. I'm going to put it up there. I'm definitely going to put it up there. I don't know, I just love this card, and it reminds me of a fictional character that I really like, which makes it special. So yeah, took that one home with me. And that is it for my book haul. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I am definitely incredibly excited for all these books. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, maybe give it a thumbs up. Perhaps let me know in the comments if you have read any of these books, or if not, let me know if you have bought any books recently and which books you've bought. If you don't want to tell me that either, just let me know how you're doing or what you're reading at the moment. And other than that, I will see you guys somewhere else on the internet. Bye!